Uh, how y'all doing today? Great Ujima to everybody. We're about to get our libations on. Let me get my hair straight. I finally found my pick. I've been struggling trying to find my pick on a daily basis. So this is one of those good days. It's going to be a good day. Start off with the pick. Take your breath. Let me see. Let's go and boom. See if we are streaming. Excuse the wrinkle, family. But maybe you don't. Maybe you know how I go. Maybe you don't know how I go. We had a great show last night, talking about the folktale, and but I'm finding out that my message is not reaching some of my people until like almost. As a matter of fact, I found out that one of my texts about my warrior training didn't hit somebody's phone until 4:55 a.m. on Emoja. All right, that one went out. So that looked like it right there. So great Ujima to everyone. First off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of the Mighty. This is Giami Journey Media. This is a Heart of December production. Yes, it is. This is a Heart of December production. And right now we are on the Daily Toast. And we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Pop your cap and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Just get your water. Drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body and drink some water. Now move your body, drink some water. Just move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Just raise your glass. Drink. Should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Grab your glass, family, drink some water. Get your body ready so that we can go on and salute our ancestors. Great Ujima. I want to thank all of y'all for stopping in, but nothing but for a few seconds. Like and share. We're about to break it down, right? Hold on. drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Lift your glass. Alright. So, the show we did last night was based on a story called The King's Son and the Painted Lion. And the key piece for that, for me, was, you know what I'm saying, move up out of illusions, mirages that have been, that either we build and erect for other people, or other people have erected for us. Because whenever you are dealing with illusion, it becomes dangerous. Great morning to you, brother Kwame. Great Ujima to you. All right, so I'm gonna finish this water. We're gonna get straight into our toast because we already a little bit behind. Hopefully everybody got the black signal out there on time. Let's see. All right, so I'm still drinking my water. We're about to pull out this ambrosia so we can do this toast real quick so we get this marvelous day started. I haven't been following the news, so I really don't have any news to share with you. I do have to go over and pop this top on this half-gallon of ambrosia before it explodes, but That's a great point. The king did not recognize himself as the lion who would put his son into an early death. Wow. King did not represent. The king spent his time trying to interpret symbols rather than acting them out. You know what I'm saying? Rather than shaping and forming reality. Oh man, but I mean, it's so many different directions we could take with a lot of these. Let's see. Man, I don't like this top. It's not holding in the gas. Cause you know I like that little when I open up some ambrosia. But this one's still alive. Let me see. It's a few days old. Yeah, it's maturing. We at middle age right now. It's almost at its last. It's going to start going to Phoenix blood real soon. All right, family. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator and we say, Ashe. Where do we go from there? All right, family. From there, you know, we hit up on our list of our venerated ancestors. We celebrate. So, Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, John Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher and Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamal Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pet Maya Ra, Malika Fakir, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kill Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Forge, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburgh, Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Charmaine, Evelyn Theophilus Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Seven Lewis, Ellen Drew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Peter Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kenty, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrell, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Imatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Roshana Sweet, peace out to you and great good morning to you. We move on to our book. We have the Friedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Nalon Blair, Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Carter Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Bookie, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G. 2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Clara Fox, June Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell. Cool. Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Shirley Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melanie Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Madeline Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornette and Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford, Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Ms. Vanella, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joel Jamel Alls. Shouts out to Miss Regina Johnson, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Morel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Ron B. Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadish, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Ann Ferguson and William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and Delise Waters. Right? So, family, we raise up our glass to our list, our personal list of ancestors. And we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, where do we go? Right now, we go to the present moment, and here you go. On to the present.
Damn, Rob, come on! What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
All right, family. You know, we raising our glass and we remember, right? We are in the present moment. We make things happen in the present moment. Our future and our children's future is relying on what we do with our moments, right? So, are we empowering? Are we building in these moments? Are we wasting, casting them to the wind? You know what I'm saying? So we raise this glass to the moment in which our power lies. We are on, today is Ujima, for those that don't speak the language. Today is the day of collective work and responsibility. Activate your reticular formation. Find pictures and share ideas that spread the concept of Ujima. Today is the demonic principle of, on this day, we also look at the demonic principle of righteousness. We look at the M7 principle of respect. The color is blue. The Hermetic law is vibration. Male name is Kwaku. Female name is Akua. Remember those 6 emotions that we're working with. To crack the code, using feelings as messengers. On the African Center Cultural Value System, today in Wolof, Yah is politeness and respect, particularly towards your elders. In Akan ethics, today is obedience and respect. And in traditional Yoruba, Aluti, teach ability. And like I said in some future shows, we're going to talk about how those principles are to be applied. Because, you know, A lot of times we put our stuff down in general. It's just in general, right? Which is not the best for you. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe in this moment. From there, family, we travel on the road and we move to our future generations and we toast them in advance. The young ones that are here right now and the young ones that will come. We lift up our glass because we are responsible for the next 7 generations. So be very careful with your now. Stop fucking around, in other words, right? So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Now, we move on to all of our relations and we lift our glass to salute them and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the selfish libation. This that selfish toast. What is it that you need? All right? Lift up your glass for yourself. And we say Ashe. And last but not least, I toast you, the most beautiful and powerful being in the room. So I lift my glass up to you, and I salute you, and I salute the marvelous day you're going to have as you start running into that Ujima out there in that world, right? So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy, and 100 years. Let me go and sip on some of this ambrosia. Hold on. It's maturing. Don't smell as much sugar, and the tea is transformed too. Let's see. That new tea that I added. My fault. I heard that thumbs up just don't mean thumbs up no more. Can somebody let me know what thumbs up means now? Since motherfuckers is just running in taking symbols and shit. I ain't know you could just, I knew because I've been doing it for a long time. Just jacking symbols and shit. I like doing that shit. So I ain't mad. But I had that power of Coochie Chocolate. As a matter of fact, I was born on Coochie Chocolate, so I define shit. So, all right. So, family, I want to say have a great day. This is Brother Tim, and I am out. Thank you. Miss Regina Johnson said, first time joining during YouTube. Thank you for taking the time to chill with us. Shouts out to Miss Regina Johnson once again. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Shouts out to Roshana Sweets. Thank you for joining us. All right. And we will be here tomorrow. Sometime around this time. Right? We try to do about 5:15. But I've been struggling with the 5:15 time. All right, family. This is Brother Tim. And we are out.